Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rulings regarding prayer. The place of prayer, Part 2. In the previous episode, 2 of the necessary conditions for the place of prayer were explained. The rest of these conditions are as follows. One must be able to perform the obligatory acts of prayer in the place chosen for performing it. For example, it is not permissible to perform prayer in a car where there is not enough room for one to stand up, perform ruku' or perform sajda, unless one has no other choice but to do so. 4. Men must necessarily stand in the front and women in the back while performing prayer. This means that women must always stand behind men and the place of sajda of men must be a little ahead of that of women while performing prayer. If this rule is not observed, then the prayer of the person who first began performing theirs is valid and the prayer of the other person is invalid. And if they begin their prayer simultaneously, both of their prayers will be invalid. This rule has some exceptions. First, if there is a wall, a screen, or something like that separates the man and the woman, the man standing ahead is not necessary. Second, if the man and the woman are standing at least 10 dira', approximately 5 meters away from each other. And third, in great chambers of the holy shrines where there are lots of people performing prayers and it is extremely difficult to observe this rule, it is not necessary for all men to stand ahead of all women while performing prayer. 5. The place of one's forehead at the time of sajda must not be higher than the place of one's feet, in a way that it is no longer considered a normal act of sajda. The obligatory precaution demands that the place of sajda must not be higher than the place of one's feet, more than the breadth of 4 fingers together, approximately 8 centimeters. Institute for compiling and publishing the works of Ayatollah Makarem Shirazi.